जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की, जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की, जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की। प्रतिमा परमेश्वर परेश की, प्रतिमा परमेश्वर परेश की। जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की, जय जय जननी। जय गजवदन षडानन माता, जय गजवदन षडानन माता। जय 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 निर्मल माता, जय 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 निर्मल माता। ध्यान दान की सुंदर प्रतिमा, ध्यान दान की सुंदर प्रतिमा। बनी वाहिनी शुभ संदेश की, बनी वाहिनी शुभ संदेश की। जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की। जय आदिशक्ति है मात निर्मला, जय आदिशक्ति है मात निर्मला, जय आदिशक्ति है मात निर्मला। जय 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 भक्त वत्सला, जय 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 भक्त वत्सला। भक्ति दान दो भक्ति गम्या, भक्ति दान दो भक्ति गम्या। कीजिए कृपा निर्मल गणेश की, कीजिए कृपा निर्मल गणेश की। जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की। जगदम्बे मात भवानी, भवानी भवानी। हे जगदम्बे मात भवानी, शुद्ध विद्या तव चरणन जानी, शुद्ध विद्या तव चरणन जानी। मोक्ष दान दे मोक्ष प्रदायनी, मोक्ष दान दे मोक्ष प्रदायनी। तू विनाशिनी भव कलेश की, तू विनाशिनी भव कलेश की। जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की, जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की। सविनय विनती सुनिए हमारी। आ, 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 सविनय विनती सुनिए हमारी। माँ निर्मल भोली अति प्यारी, माँ निर्मल भोली अति प्यारी। मन अंतर में ज्योत जला दो, मन अंतर में ज्योत जला दो। चंद्र निभा ज्योति दिनेश की, चंद्र निभा ज्योति दिनेश की। जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की, जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की। प्रतिमा परमेश्वर परेश की, प्रतिमा परमेश्वर परेश की। जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की, जय जय जननी, जय जय जननी, जय जय जननी श्री गणेश की। Shree Mataji. A very warm welcome to all the seekers on this session today. As you know, through this YouTube channel and on the Zoom link, we have been conducting daily sessions for past several months now, more than 1.5 years. And the idea is really to have 3 sessions daily, one in the morning at 8, one in the afternoon at 4:15, and one in the evening, which is this one, the 7:45 one. And essentially tell you about the basics, the introduction of Sahaja Yoga, what Sahaja Yoga is, and the experience of self-realization is what we will go through in the session. And so this is happening every day. Only on Saturdays we are having one session in English, which is this one. Rest all sessions are in Hindi. Apart from this, we are having one session daily at 5:30 p.m. And that is for deep realization, deep meditation for those who have got their realization and have understood the basics of what chakras are, what is Sahaja Yoga, how do we meditate at home, etc. So what we'll do in the next hour or so is just briefly talk about what Sahaja Yoga is, what are the chakras inside. We'll have a look at the internal subtle system, and then we'll go for a meditation session. Also, at the end, if we have any questions or any comments to share, suggestions, we are happy to have them on YouTube and Zoom. So let's get into it. So what is Sahaja Yoga? What do we mean by Sahaja Yoga? What is this form of meditation, and how is it different from the others? What happens when we get our yoga? We'll sort of try and cover all of those things very briefly now. So first of all, our seeking, as in why are we searching for something like our spiritual ascent, we can call it, or something higher, is because of several reasons that we may have in our lives. And these could be ranging from physical illnesses to mental troubles, family issues, to even monetary troubles, or just sheer stress or some other problem like that. It's usually one of these things that are pushing us towards searching for something that will elevate us from this these worldly issues that we all suffer from. And in that seeking, we stumble upon so many things that are there in the world right now. So what Sahaja Yoga is and what is different, because there are so many out there, and how do we understand if you've really got it? What's the point of differentiation? How do we understand whether this really is the real thing that we've been searching for, or is it that everybody is okay, every path is the same one, it's all the same. So I think it's just we need to understand what should we expect from our ascent. What should we expect when we say we've got a realization? So one of the advantages when we get our realization is that all these things that we talked about, which are causing so much trouble to us, they slowly and steadily start dropping out. We have seen so many miracles in Sahaja Yoga now that the word miracle starts to lose its meaning a bit, because it becomes something very, very normal. That yes, this happens in Sahaja Yoga. Oh, you were not able to sleep for so long. Oh, okay, it's fine. You came to Sahaja Yoga, now you're able to sleep. Such kind of things happen very easily, and this is something that we can say is the blessing of getting your realization. We come into a balanced lifestyle. All our issues, all our troubles are mostly because of our imbalances in lives. And they start dropping out, our imbalances start dropping out, thus the issues get resolved slowly and steadily. And so many other things that we see as advantages of getting to our ascent. And what does it mean to get our ascent, and what does it mean to get a realization exactly? So in terms of ascent, it's really our consciousness that is to grow now. On physical level, there is no further evolution that is expected. But from animal stage to this stage, we have grown a lot in our in terms of our consciousness around so many things, around beauty, around morals, around so many things that collectively as human beings we understand is correct. But there is something definitely that is still missing, because for sure we see so many things that are wrong in this world, and we can be very sure that God in all his wisdom would not have created us to be so miserable and so uh, there's so much fight and all of that in this world. Surely there would have been a better plan. So that ascent is the next jump in our consciousness, which leads us into something higher. And that is what we should expect when we talk about spiritual ascent. Now, this is all very good stuff to talk about and very vague, really. How is this going to happen? How does this work out? It works out because uh, there is a mechanism built in inside us, which gives us our realization. Our Kundalini awakening gives us our realization and connects us to the divine that is all pervading. We say that God is everywhere, he's all pervading, all powerful, but we have never felt him. We have never felt the power that is there all around us, that is essentially doing all the living work in this world. So for the first time, when we get our realization, we get connected to that power, and we feel it as a proof in meditation on our central nervous system. This is not something that we just start feeling better and you use some vague terms like those. Oh, I'm feeling very nice, or this and that. It's really something that will happen to us, and we'll start feeling cool breeze of the Holy Ghost, we say, or Param Chaitanya, as we say, Ruh. So many names are given to that. So in meditation, we start feeling that vibrations, we call it Sahaja Yoga, in our palms, and we know what is right, what is wrong with us for the first time. We do not really know what's happening inside of us, but we go to the doctors and we figure out, oh, such and such disease has come. Or we have so much troubles in lives and we do not know what's the reason behind that. So all of those get indicated in meditation. We know for sure for the first time who we are. We also know the others, because this consciousness that we're talking about, which is the higher consciousness, is a collective consciousness. It's like getting connected to the server, the main server. We are all computers here, let's say. We're connected with the server, so we're connected with each other. So we know about each other very well. So we can even put our hands out like this in meditation and know about others. We can make our life decisions with the vibrations that start flowing through us. We can use these vibrations in so many ways, even for curing others and then even for giving realization to others. All of these miraculous things happen to us, and there is a way to know that it's really happening in meditation. And it's just not somebody else giving you the certificate for that, but you yourself feel the vibrations in meditation in your hands. And that is the certificate that you give yourself and say that, yes, now I got it. For sure, this is undeniable. And this is something that has happened, a breakthrough that has really happened. This is a completely new consciousness that comes to us. And this is something that is, so for example, we know so many things. We know taste, color, we know uh, touch, all these sensory things are there till now. But it's a new awareness that now comes in. So we know a person that is in front of me. I don't know if he's a liar, he's a crook, or he's a real saint, or just a politician, or who is he? But he's come wearing a very nice garb. He could be a saint. How would I figure out if this is a real person? If this is not uh, somebody who's just trying to cheat me? So when you have vibrations, you can just open your hands in front of that person and you will know out and out who that person really is. So this is what we're talking about in Sahaj Yoga. We say this is really yoga. When we say yoga, it means the union, the connection with the divine. We're truly connected with the divine. But it happens very, very spontaneously. It happens on its own because there's nothing that we can do for it. That is the name. Spontaneous means Sahaj in Hindi, something simple, something that happens on its own. Like a flower becoming a fruit is a spontaneous process. Sprouting of a seed is a spontaneous process. All living processes are spontaneous. That is why Shree Mataji gave it the name of Sahaj Yoga. Now, all of these miraculous things that we're talking about, how can it happen to us? How is it so easy? And we have been hearing about this for the sages of India that we know, who have been going out to the hills and dales of Himalayas and have been doing tapasya, penances for so long, and then they get it. So this is the time that Shree Mataji says is the blossom time. For so many lives, the people who have been searching for God, now is the time for them to really get it. All the preparation has been done by so many incarnations and gurus that have happened in the past. And now is the time to really reap the fruits of the tree of life. This has been promised for ages. In many scriptures, it has been talked about. But how will it happen? When will it happen? It's all been very uncertain. But for us to really believe that this is time and it's happening, it's not necessary. You just feel it yourself and you get the realization and you'll know what it is really. But it's easy to understand that something like this must be out there, which can really elevate us. And it's not just all story that we have been hearing for so long. There has to be something real amongst all these non-real things that have come up in the world in the name of spirituality. So the only suggestion here is that in Sahaj Yoga, it's all about experience. You experience this yourself, give some time to Sahaj Yoga, settle down, and you will know for yourself what it is. What we'll do is now very quickly touch upon our internal subtle system and the chakras and nadis, and then we'll go for a meditation session. So when we are in our mother's womb, God's power that has created us, really it enters inside us through our fontanelle bone hair. We know that there's a soft bone in children. Through this area, this power, this energy enters inside us, and it creates three channels that are shown here, the yellow, blue, and the middle one. And it creates all these flower-like things that we see here, which are called as chakras. All these chakras actually govern our physical, mental, emotional, spiritual being. All of that is governed by the permutations and combinations of these chakras, and they define what sort of a personality we are, what sort of a physical troubles or physical being we have, mental being, emotional being. All of that is governed by these chakras. The power that is residual, that is left after all of this creation inside us, comes down and it settles in a triangular bone called as the sacrum bone. Now, the Greeks named this bone as sacrum, which is very, very intriguing because it means that they knew something sacred about this bone. This power resides in forms of coils, 3.5 coils. When we say 3.5 coils, it means that coils means kundal in Sanskrit, and this is the mother power, the mother energy inside us. That is why it's called as kundalini. Now, the kundalini is inside all of us, and the system, the chakras are all inside us, all human beings. Kundalini has been inside us in all our lives and knows all about us. She is our individual mother. Each of us has that mother inside of us. And she is the one who's going to give us our second birth, which is the self-realization. It has been called as a lot of things that relate to the second birth. For example, in Christianity, Christ has said you have to be born again. Then in Hindu culture, it said that Brahmins have been called as Dvijaha, that is twice born. So the bird is called as twice born, which is first born as an egg and then it comes out as a bird. So the true Brahmin is the one who knows the Brahma, who's got his self-realization. That is Dvijaha. So that is very briefly about Kundalini inside us. And what we'll do is talk about the 3 nadis that we have. So on the left-hand side is what we call as the Ida Nadi. And this Nadi is essentially it's governing our left sympathetic nervous system. All our emotions and desires originate from this Nadi. So this is the power of desire inside us. It also represents our past. So if you are someone who's always too much thinking about the past, depressive thoughts, too much, very, very emotional, too many desires unfulfilled, then that person is sitting too much on this channel, working it too much, and anything used too much is bound to go into imbalances. And that's how we develop troubles relating to this channel, which are usually psychosomatic in nature. We can feel the status of this channel in meditation on our left palm. Similarly, on the right-hand side is what we call as the Pingala Nadi. Now, the Pingala Nadi is of the future. It governs our right sympathetic. So all our action is governed by this channel. When we say action, that means mental as well as physical action. So if we are somebody who's thinking too much, planning too much, very futuristic, very ambitious, working too much, then we are working too much on this channel and we develop troubles pertaining to this side. Also on the right palm, we feel the status of this channel. So like we understood that the left channel is of the past, right is of the future. We have to be in the center because the path of Kundalini is through the Sushumna Nadi, which is the central channel. So when we say we have to be in center, this has been talked about by various incarnations, and I think Buddha has talked about it a lot. So this is the reason that we have been told by so many religions and our religious scriptures and the incarnations to lead a very balanced life. They have told us what not to do all the time, and that's because they wanted us to be in a position where we are able to get our realization when the time is right. This channel governs our parasympathetic, and as I mentioned, this is the path for Kundalini to rise. We'll quickly talk about the 7 centers inside us. The first one is called as the Muladhara Chakra. This is governed by Sri Ganesh. Now, in Sahaja Yoga, we worship all the deities, all the incarnations of all the religions, and we know where they are placed inside us and what qualities they have. Essentially, when we worship, we ask for their qualities to be awakened inside us. When we go against their qualities, their respective chakras get caught up and we develop troubles related to that chakra. So, for example, Muladhara Chakra is governed by Sri Ganesh, and he's the giver of wisdom, purity, innocence, all of those things. When we go against these qualities of innocence and purity, so for example, if we go against in any shape and form in sex, if we go in something wrong, then this chakra gets caught up, because that is not innocent, that is not pure. If we are somebody who's very conniving, very cunning, always trying to plan to hurt others, then we are not being innocent. So this chakra gets caught up. So there are several such things on each chakra on various planes that we can talk about. But let's say more or less these are the areas for Muladhara Chakra. We can feel the status of this chakra where the palm meets the arm, where we have shown it here in the hands and legs and the situation. So when we meditate, we know which chakra is catching exactly when we meditate. So this is the Muladhara Chakra. Above that is placed the Kundalini. And after that is the chakra of Swadhisthana. Swadhisthana is governed by Sri Brahmadev Saraswati. So we know they are the creators of this world, and they have the knowledge, the true knowledge. Saraswati is the giver of knowledge. So this is the place of pure knowledge and pure desire, and this is the place of creativity inside us. When we go against pure knowledge on the left hand side, when we go to wrong tantric, mantric, etc., this chakra gets caught up. On the right hand side, if we are somebody who's working too much, thinking too much, you can see the right channel starts from this chakra. And this chakra is responsible for giving energy for the right channel to supply gray cells, essentially fat cells that get converted into gray cells in our head. So this chakra is doing that job. So we start thinking from our stomach. But this chakra also has to look after our pancreas, liver, and whatnot. So all of that gets neglected, and such people who think too much, very, very futuristic, all the time planning, they develop troubles of liver and diabetes and such. When this chakra is awakened, we develop a lot of creative powers of art. Whatever we do in our walks of life, we end up doing them better because of this chakra's powers. This chakra is represented on both of our thumbs, left and right side. After this is the Nadi Chakra. This chakra is governed by Sri Lakshmi Narayan. When we say Lakshmi Narayan, we already know they are the ones that take care of our complete benevolence. From all aspects of our life, they take care of our benevolence. And when we say Lakshmi Narayan, that also means our evolution that is being taken care of by Sri Narayan. Also, our seeking starts from this chakra. So when we say seeking, it means at animal stage we are seeking, let's say, food, shelter. Now we are seeking money, power, those things. Essentially, this seeking turns into the seeking for God, and that's the highest one. So that essentially is the blessing of this chakra inside us, that we start seeking God. We become very, very generous. We become Lakshmipati truly when this chakra is awakened, and we're no more miserly people. We are very gracious and generous to people. Essentially, we become like the deities that govern the chakra when that chakra gets awakened inside us. This chakra is caught up when we have family troubles on the left-hand side, when we have monetary troubles on the right-hand side. And we can feel this chakra on our middle fingers, both left and right. Around this chakra is what we call as the Bhavsagara, the void. And this void is governed by the 10 masters that have taken birth on this earth, who are the incarnations of Sri Adi Guru Dattatreya. And these masters are Guru Nanak, Sri Siddhi Sainath, and Sri Zoroaster, Moses, Confucius, Lao Tse, Muhammad Saab, and the likes of them. All of them have come on this earth at different stages of lives and have taught people what to do, what not to do, and have established religion inside all of us. So this is the place of religion inside us, and it goes off when we do something truly unreligious and we see something very bad, we may end up puking. So this is the place that tells us that this is not good for you, this is good. And it gets caught up when we go to wrong gurus, when we take wrong people's name as gurus and worship them. This is represented around the very center of our palms. We can feel this chakra there. After this comes the Anahata Chakra, the heart chakra. This is right behind our sternum bone. And here is the place of the mother of the universe, Sri Jagadamba, inside us. She's the one who takes care of her bhaktas and essentially protects them from all the evil in the world. And she gives us the confidence that she's there to take care of us. So that sense of security develops at this chakra. So in children, for example, who are very afraid, they are the ones who get sick most often, because this is the place where our antibodies also get developed. And this chakra governs that. So that sense of security is very important. In women, when they miss out on that, they may develop breast cancer and the likes. On the left-hand side is the place of the spirit inside us. So what is the spirit, Atma? It is the reflection of the Paramatma, the God. And that reflection is sitting inside us, watching everything. Here is also the place of Sri Shiv Parvati inside us. This is the place for love and compassion, as you can understand. And on the right-hand side is the place of Sri Sitaram inside us, who are the Maryada Purushottam. And essentially, when we go against Maryadas in our life in any shape and form, this chakra gets caught up. On the left-hand side is the mother principle, place of mother principle. On the right-hand side is the father principle. Siddhi, we cannot see the chart anymore. So I believe it will come up in a while. And we'll just continue talking about the chakras. So we can feel the Anahata chakra on the very small fingers of our hands. And after this comes the Vishuddhi chakra inside us, which is behind our throat. So this is governed by Sri Radha Krishna inside us. And there are various qualities that we can associate with them. But the sweetness in communication and collectivity and such, these are the things that we can associate with this chakra. So, for example, the witness state that Sri Krishna has talked about, we truly become part and parcel of the whole, and we can see the world as a Leela like he used to. These are some of the great qualities of this chakra. There's lots to talk about in each chakra, but this chakra, let's talk about how it gets caught up. On the left-hand side, this chakra gets caught up when we are somebody who really feels guilty a lot. When we say that I am no good, I am so bad, I am this, that, then this chakra gets caught up on the left-hand side quite a lot. Similarly, on the right-hand side, it gets caught when we are telling others that you are so bad. So when we are aggressing others, it gets caught up on the right side. So both are bad, aggressing ourselves and aggressing others. Especially this chakra being caught up is very bad because we do not feel the vibrations on our hands. We do not have that sensitivity to feel the chaitanya on our hands when this chakra is caught up. Also, taking tobacco in any shape and form can hurt this chakra very badly. This chakra can be felt on both our index fingers, on left and right side. After this comes the Agya chakra. Now, this is the place you can see where the three nadis are crossing over. And it's a very, very constricted path for Kundalini to rise. And the major trouble there is not being able to forgive others. So 3 incarnations, great ones placed there are Jesus Christ, Gautam Buddha, Mahavir. All of their lives, miracles, their teachings have been around forgiving others. And this chakra doesn't open unless we forgive others. When this chakra does get opened up, there are 2 bodies that get formed up in our heads. You can see the right one crosses over to the left channel crosses over to the right. The right channel, all our actions create the ego inside us, because whatever we do, we become egoistic about that. That's natural. So there's an ego sitting on our heads, whereas all our conditionings, all our learnings of the lives, all our sanskaras they are built up into our superego on the right hand side. And one or the other in all of us are always dominating the other one, because that's how we are. When Kundalini crosses over the Agya, it sucks in both of these, ego and superego, and the path opens up for it to rise and cross over. We can feel the Agya chakra on both of our ring fingers on the left and right side. After this comes the last, that is the Sahasrara Chakra, which is really the door, the 10th door, the Brahmarandra. There's so many names given to this chakra, but in the name Sahasrara, it really means the 1,000 petal chakra. Its quality is mentioned as integration, because this is the place really where we become one with the divine and we become an integrated personality. All our chakras are also integrated into this chakra in our head. So we can feel this chakra on the very center of our palms. So the first thing that happens when this chakra is crossed over by Kundalini is that the divine power that is surrounding us starts flowing through our fontanelle bone inside us. And we can feel that flowing into our nerves. So our nerves end in our palms, and we feel the chakras and the vibrations on our palms. So the first sensation is on the very center of our palms, which is the place of Sahasrara. And we feel the cool breeze coming here. This cool breeze that we're talking about has been talked about a lot in scriptures. And let's just briefly refer to that. For example, the first Adiguru Shankaracharya, he talked about this in his book Saundarya Lahari. Even the book's name is The Beautiful Waves. So the waves of vibrations, essentially. And he's mentioned that when the mother's blessings dawn upon us, we feel Salilam Salilam Chaitanya. Salilam Salilam means cool, nice vibrations. Chaitanya is, of course, the word in Hindu scriptures. In Bible, it's written that you feel the Holy Ghost with when the Holy Ghost comes, you feel the cool breeze. And there's no mention of what that really means, and there's no understanding. And similarly, in Quran, it's written that when Qiyamah's time will come, your hands will speak. Now, it's such a specific thing to say. Your hands will speak and they will give witness against you. How will that happen? Is how we're going to witness it today. Essentially, these hands, they tell you the status of your inner being. You feel the vibrations. Also, you feel on each chakra's point that we have talked about, the fingers, you feel what's the status of the chakra. You know for sure for the first time what's the status inside, and you can correct it also in Sahaja Yoga. There are ways to do that. So this is all the theory part of it. Now let's go for meditation. So what do we do in meditation essentially? First, we try to balance ourselves. And we understand that we are made out of the 5 elements. We use them in various shapes and forms in Sahaja Yoga to clear ourselves out. So initially we'll do some balancing. For that, first we'll keep the left hand in our lap, like it's shown here, and the right hand on the Mother Earth. Here we'll do some prayers and meditation to clear the left channel. After this, we'll bring the right hand into our lap and put the left hand towards the sky, bent from the elbow. In the next step, we'll put both our hands on the Mother Earth. Now we'll bring both our hands in our lap, and all the future steps would be done with our right hand only, because that's representing our action. Keeping the left open in our palm represents our desire to get our realization. So we'll put our right hand on our heart. We'll have some prayers here. After this, we'll put this hand on our forehead across, and we'll press from both the sides like you would do in a headache. After this, the hand goes back. We replace the pillow, and we push back our head a bit towards the sky. The last step, we stretch our palm completely, fingers outward, and place the center of the palm, the very top of the head, the fontanelle bone that we know. We press hard there, and we move the scalp in a clockwise direction. We'll of course do some prayers here in meditation. This is all that we'll do. Now, it's easy to understand that just um, just moving our hands and doing prayers will not uh, will not solve it, will not give us the ultimate. There is something else that is going to work it out. Like Shivaji Maharaj's uh, guru used to say. So Shivaji Maharaj once asked him that, um, how long does it take for us to get realization? And he said that it happens tatshan. Just need someone who can give it and someone who can take it. So we have to be very, very humbly placed now because Shree Mataji's photograph is so special. The vibrations coming out of that photograph gives us our realization. So we have to be very humbly placed and keep a very humble request in our hearts that Mother, I want to get realization today. And we have to keep all of that respect in our hearts while sitting in meditation now. We look at Shree Mataji's photograph and slowly close our eyes. Bring our attention inside and just see what is happening. Where is our attention going? What are the thoughts coming? Keep both our palms open in our lap like we had just seen. We'll neither slouch very much nor sit too straight. We have to be placed comfortably. Just see that there is nothing very tight around. Maybe the specs, we can take them out, or any belt or anything like that, so that our attention does not go to that in meditation. Now we'll do the steps that we had just seen. We'll place the right hand on the Mother Earth and keep the left hand in our lap. We'll do all these steps with our eyes closed. You have to pray that Mother, please clear out my Ida Nadi. Mother, please take out all the negativities of my left channel through the Mother Earth. Mother, please bring my Ida Nadi into complete balance. We'll keep our attention on both of our palms, left and right, and just see what is happening. We'll bring the right hand back into our lap and put the left hand towards the sky, bent from the elbow. To pray that Mother, please clear out my Pingla Nadi. Please take out all the excesses, negativities, and impurities of my Pingla Nadi. Mother, please bring my right channel into complete balance. Bring the left hand back into her lap. and put both our hands on the Mother Earth. Here we have to say that Mother, please bring me into the center, into the present, into complete balance. Please take out whatever impurities are left from my left and right channels through the Mother Earth. Mother, please bring me into complete balance. Bring our hands back into our lap. Now we'll place the right hand. All the next steps to be done with the right hand only. We'll keep the left hand open in our lap. Place the right hand on our heart. Here is the place of the spirit inside us, the Atma. Here we have to state a fact, a very important fact. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am the pure spirit. I'm not this body, this mind, this ego, these thoughts, these desires, this stress. All of this is not me, Mother. I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Now, as I am the spirit, I am not guilty at all. Mother, I am not guilty at all. I have done no wrong, Mother. I have done no wrong. I am not guilty at all because I am the spirit. If you remember, this is very important, and we can let the Kundalini be the judge of us. She knows us the best. So just say, Mother, I am not guilty at all. Now we'll place this hand on our forehead across, like we would when we would have a headache, and press from both the sides. Here again, it's very important that we forgive everyone. So we have to say that, Mother, I forgive everyone. Don't have to name anyone, don't need to remember anybody. Just give a blanket forgiveness and say that, Mother, I forgive everyone. Mother, I forgive everyone. I also forgive myself. Now we'll place this hand on the back of the head where we place the pillow and push back the head upwards toward the sky. And we'll say here, Oh God, if we have committed any sins against you, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive us. Oh God, if I committed any sins against you, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me. Can bring this hand back in our lap to rest a little bit. Now in the last step, we'll stretch our right palm completely and place the center of the palm on the top of the head, which is the fontanelle bone area, and press hard. Now, while pressing, we have to move the hand in such a way without removing the hand so that the scalp also moves in a clockwise direction. You have to move the hand so that the scalp moves along in a clockwise direction while pressing. Now, Shree Mataji says that she cannot go against our freedom. We have to ask for it if we really want it. So, in all humility, with all respect, we have to say, Mother, please give me my self realization. Mother, please give me my yoga, my union with the divine. Mother, please give me the Atma Sakshatkar. Mother, please let me feel the all pervading power of divine. Mother, please let me feel the Param Chaitanya. Mother, please give me my self realization. You can stop moving the hand and bring it down gently in our laps again. We'll keep our attention where the hand was and just sit for meditation for half a minute. We'll bring our attention to both of our palms, just the center of the palms first, and see what is happening there. Is there a cool breeze or a hot breeze coming right now? It can also be hot in the beginning. Also, we'll bring our attention to our fingers, at the tips of the fingers, and see if there is some tingling, unpleasantness, or is there some cool breeze there. Some people could also get their hands heavy a little bit. Now we'll again bring the right hand on the top of the head where we had just placed our hand and raise it a couple of inches above our head. Just see if there is a cool breeze coming out of the hair, out of the head, touching our hand. Move it a little bit to see it. It could be coming from a very particular place. Again, it could be hot for some of us. Bring the right hand back in the lap. Try with the left hand. Place the left hand a few inches above the fontanelle bone area and just see for yourself. Bring the left hand back in the lap and just see once again with the right hand. Now we'll place both our hands completely up towards the sky, palms open towards the sky and the head pushed back. We have to ask one of these three questions 3 times. Mother, is this the Param Chaitanya? Mother, is this the divine power of God? Mother, is this the power that has created the whole world? In reply, sensation would improve. You can slowly bring the hands back into our lap and keep our attention at the top of the head and sit in meditation for a minute or so. We can now slowly open our eyes and look at Shree Mataji's photograph. We'll see that even after opening our eyes, there are no thoughts, and that we want to continue to be in meditation. This is the first blessing that we get, is of thoughtless awareness, where there are no thoughts. We'll bring both of our hands in a namaskara and thank Shree Mataji for this blissful state of meditation. Jai Shree Mataji. For those of you who have joined anew, this is a very, very first step in Sahaja Yoga, and just the very first experience that we get. It's important to continue attending these sessions for some time to establish this experience, the sensitivity on the hands, and this meditative state. So I would request you to do that. Also, we need to meditate daily, morning and in the evening at home. And how to do that, etc., is something that we have some WhatsApp groups for you to join, and you can learn more there. Pass it on to Siddhi to explain more about how to join those. Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mataji. For all those who have come, who are new, so we have this WhatsApp group where we share all the literature, all the techniques, and all the pure knowledge that Shri Mataji has provided. So the link of that is has been typed in the YouTube live chat, so you can join that group as well. Apart from that, if you have any questions or any experiences that you want to share that you must have felt in during the meditation, so you can also do that by typing in the YouTube live chat, or you can join the Zoom call right now. The link of that is also given in the chat window. Apart from that, we also have 3 sessions daily. One in the morning at 8 a.m., one in the afternoon at 4:15 p.m., and one in the evening at 7:45 p.m. These 3 sessions are for introduction to Sahaja Yoga and the self-realization. Apart from that, we also have another daily session that is scheduled at 5:30 p.m. That is mainly for deep meditation. So as you go and get to know more about Sahaja Yoga, more about the chakras and knowledge, you can also attend the 5:30 p.m. session for deep meditation. Thank you, and Jai Shri Mataji. And Jai Shri Mataji. Bhaiya, I don't see any questions in the YouTube live chat. But I can see Sunita Gupta who has joined. So
Yeah, we can ask her to unmute and share her
Yeah.
experiences.
Yes, Sunita ma'am, you can unmute.
हेलो।
हेलो।
हाँ जी, जय श्री माता जी।
जय श्री माता जी।
जी मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है।
अच्छा।
माता जी की बहुत कृपा है मेरे पे,
बहुत बढ़िया।
और बस मुझे माँ का आशीर्वाद चाहिए था आज, इसलिए मैंने आपके पास कॉल किया।
अच्छा, आप कब से जुड़े हैं?
करीबन 6-7 महीने, मतलब जनवरी फरवरी की स्टार्टिंग की
अच्छा
बात है।
अच्छा। हाँ हाँ।
तो अचानक से मैं क्या है कि ऐसे किसी का वीडियो आया था मेरे पास,
हाँ
एक
हाँ
ये व्हाट्सएप वगैरह।
हाँ
तो
हाँ
मुझे कुछ उसमें महसूस हुआ कि कोई अच्छी चीज है,
हाँ
तो
हाँ
मैंने उसको चला के देखा। तो
हाँ
इसके बाद मैंने यूट्यूब पे सर्च किया,
हाँ
तो
हाँ।
मुझे माता जी के बारे में बहुत अच्छे अच्छे चीजें मिली। तो
बहुत
मुझे लगा कि इसमें कुछ शक्ति है, भगवान है, ऐसा
हम्म
कुछ अच्छा है मतलब। तो
हम्म।
मैं एक छोटा सा सिंपल सा मेडिटेशन, सहज योग जो भी बोलते हैं ना, वो करती थी। फिर अचानक एक दिन मेरे एक फ्रेंड का फोन आया कि तू सच में भी सहज योग से जुड़ना चाहती है क्या? मैंने कहा हाँ यार, मैं यूट्यूब पे देख के थोड़ा बहुत कर लेती हूँ। तो फिर उसने मुझे लिंक भेजा, और तब से मुझे बहुत ज्यादा अच्छा लगा, मतलब ऐसा लगा भगवान अपने घर आ गए। तो और बस मुझे कल एक मेरा लक्ष्य पूरा करना है, तो मैं बस माँ का आशीर्वाद लेने के लिए फोन
बहुत
किया।
बढ़िया बात है सुनीता जी, बहुत अच्छी बात है।
मेरी
आपको
एक
अब तो मेरे ख्याल से आपको हाथ पे अनुभूति वगैरह सब चालू हो गया होगा।
हाँ, बहुत ज्यादा, मतलब लेफ्ट हैंड में झंझनाहट बहुत ज्यादा रहती है।
झंझनाहट
तो
रहती है।
मेरी कुछ प्रॉब्लम थी, वो
हाँ
कुछ नेगेटिव थिंकिंग हो या
हाँ
कुछ
हाँ।
मेरी क्या मेष राशि है, तो ऐसा बताते हैं कि शायद मेष राशि वालों को
नहीं
थोड़ी
नहीं,
बहुत।
ऐसी कोई बात नहीं सुनीता जी, सभी लोग, हम सब
और
अलग अलग
मैंने
तरीके
एक लाल कलर का धागा बांध रखा था किसी माने हुए पंडित के कहने पे। वो मैंने अपने बालाजी भगवान, जो मेरे पियर के इष्ट देवता हैं, उनको चढ़ा के बांधा था। लेकिन मैंने आज उसको रख दिया भगवान के हटा के। मुझे महसूस हुआ कि शायद अपन सहज योग में हैं, तो अब भगवान ही सब कुछ है।
बिल्कुल।
तो मैं
नहीं नहीं,
उसको
और अब क्या है, अब सारी शक्ति अपने अंदर है, तो
हाँ
वहीं से कार्य होने वाला है सारा। तो अब बिल्कुल, मतलब जो भी पर आपको आपको चक्रों में परेशानी अगर आती है, तो सुनीता जी मैं बस ये कहूंगा कि उनको आप जरूर साफ करते जाइए रोज ध्यान में, और सहयोग में वो जो तरीके हैं अपने
और
सहयोग
मुझे ये पूछना था कि जैसे दीदी या मैम जो भी है ना, वो तो उन्होंने बोला था कि शूटिंग करना है कल जाने से पहले। कल मैं एक एग्जाम देने जाऊंगी,
अच्छा अच्छा।
तो शूटिंग का बोला था। तो उसमें जैसे मतलब वो बोलते हैं ना कि हम पर है, मैं हमको बोलना है मतलब। तो
हाँ।
मेरी एक तो नकारात्मकता है,
हम्म
एक या कुछ पुरानी चीजें मुझे बार बार याद आ जाती है, तो
हम्म।
उनको बोलना है।
हाँ हाँ, आपको जो भी लगता है कि जो आपको परेशान कर रही चीजें, उन सबको
हाँ,
आप लिख दीजिए।
उसमें मतलब
और
ऐसा है कि किसी का नाम नहीं लेना है, तो बस अपनी जो प्रॉब्लम है उसको बोलना है।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
हाँ, वो बस वो थोड़ा सा उसमें
हाँ
क्या अहंकार, प्रति अहंकार कोई वर्ड था
हाँ
कि
हाँ।
वो बोलना है। तो मतलब ये मेरे को जो नेगेटिव हटाना है, क्योंकि एग्जाम वगैरह या पढ़ाई या कुछ भी अपने को अच्छा काम करना है, तो पॉजिटिव सोच तो सबसे पहले आना जरूरी है।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
तो बस मैं आप सबको धन्यवाद बोलूंगी, और मुझे लगता है कि मुझे एक परिवार जैसा मिल गया। तो
सहज
मतलब
का बहुत बड़ा
हाँ
परिवार है, और मैं तो आपको अभी यहाँ ऑनलाइन ऐसा लग रहा है, मैं तो विदेश रहा पढ़ाई वढ़ाई के लिए, तो मुझे वहां भी बहुत परिवार मिला। आप मतलब अब विश्वास ही नहीं करेंगे किस तरीके का मुझे हर जगह पर।
तो ये मानो कि मतलब मेरी सहेली की वजह से हम लोग सब जुड़ पाए, और माता जी की तो सच में शक्ति है, बहुत ज्यादा, बहुत कृपा है। मतलब नाम लेते ही काम अपना बराबर बन जाता है, ऐसा लगता
बिल्कुल
है।
बिल्कुल
और
बिल्कुल।
ऐसा नहीं है कि भगवान को अपन उसी चीज से याद कर रहे। मेरी शुरू से भगवान के प्रति बहुत ज्यादा श्रद्धा है, मतलब मुझे हमेशा ही लगता है कि भगवान ही करेंगे सब कुछ जो भी है। घर में भी मैं कुछ भी काम करती हूँ, तो मैं अपने मेरा एक बेटा है, वो एनआईटी भोपाल से बीटेक कर रहा है, तो मैं
अच्छा,
इसको हर
मैं भी
चीज
एनआईटी
में।
भोपाल से ही पढ़ा हुआ हूँ।
हाँ, वो इंटेलिजेंट तो बहुत ही है।
हाँ,
तो ये एडवांस में तो मतलब क्वालिफाई तो है एडवांस भी, तो उसको मैं यही कहती थी कि भगवान एडवांस भी क्वालिफाई कराएंगे मेंस भी। और उसने ये CMI ISI वगैरह और सब एग्जाम दिए, सभी क्वालिफाई है, लेकिन उसने एडमिशन बीटेक में वहाँ लिया मैकेनिकल में। और अभी वो कंटिन्यू पढ़ाई कर रहा था। मैं से बोलती हूँ, मैंने कहा तू भगवान का नाम ले ले, बस भगवान के आके धोख दे ले, सब कुछ सही हो
आप
जाएगा।
उनको भी लिंक भेज दीजिएगा, वो भी कर लेंगे
हाँ
कॉलेज।
हाँ हाँ हाँ, ठीक है
ठीक
ठीक है। धन्यवाद आपको, मेरी
है।
आपसे बात हो गई। थैंक यू।
बहुत अच्छा लगा।
श्री माता जी।
जय श्री माता दी। ठीक है सिद्धि, so I believe there are no other questions, so maybe we can end the session today.
Yes, Bhaiya, there are no other questions. Shree Mataji, thank you very much for our self-realization. Jai Shri Mataji.
Jai Shri Mata.
श्री माता जी।